Hey, what's up, you guys? So, my name is O'Shea. I'm a psychic medium here on YouTube, here at Occult TV, the channel you know, you love. So, as well, I'm a occultist, so a medium, occultist. Um, I like to really just go by shamanic witch. I do ceremonial magic very heavily, and I just try to teach or rather inform people for the teacher and the student are one. And a teacher that truly, I'm still understanding it myself, but as someone that has guided people through the hell realms, helping them to understand the underworld. Um yeah, just I truly believe that we are all one, and it's as we give, so we're receiving. And some energies that are already coming up, because this is a you could say this is going to be a reading for those that have transitioned. So if you have a loved one that has transitioned, or rather, yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it, because energy never dies. So Goddess Hecate already was coming forward, as this was a message that needed to get out. So for myself, I teach a lot of different things here, and sometimes it's really just about that. This is why I call it shamanism or witchcraft. You feel that something needs to be done. And since I'm someone that, so I was focusing on detachment and detaching from the manifestation. And as I was focusing on this, for myself, I had my my grandfather pass away. Rather, he was more of a father. And this is where I was there for his transition. And he was 90, so that's the number of completion. So he got to the age in which was needed for him and stuff like that. And um going through this was a huge initiatory experience for myself, because I knew him my whole life. So I had to learn detachment a lot from that lesson. So I want to, on behalf of the goddess, she's like, why not, share this experience, give this reading, and as well teach, right? So some wisdom, if I could give you guys that. So we're gonna raise this room into a sacred space. Now, as we go in between worlds and we're opening up these realms, these dimensions, you could say. For myself, I'm already very connected to the dead. If you guys want to go check the Brother Panic and Bobby Hemmett live stream, both of their teaching spirits, you could say, because Brother Panic transition, rest in power. Brother Panic, that's an occultist I learned from. Um, he's just like, every time I think about him, he's just funny. Like, he's just, yo man, just keep going, do what you're doing. And yeah, he was teaching me a lot way before he even passed. He'd helped me understand dimensions, and this is where the quantum realms come into play, come into effect, things of this nature. So if you are wanting to connect to a loved one that has passed, this is as well something that I provide. I myself, having had a death experience, um, I'm very, and I just saw, um, energies, as I said that. I'm very connected to the other side. So this is something that I do help people with, just I'm okay with these energies. Um, okay, so one card already fell out. The other side loves you. You're receiving a lot of love, and that if you have had a past one that has transitioned, they led you to this video. This is a collective reading, so it doesn't so much matter what spirit exactly, but the fact that you have been led to this video. And as I say that, there's a bird. I don't know what kind of bird that is. But there's a bird that just flew on a tree. It has a black head, kind of like a white-ish body. No, it's not a penguin. But is that a baby hawk? No, no. I'm not sure. But you're receiving love from the other side. And really the message is to love yourself. That as this person, whether it be a grandparent, a parent, a loved one, that they want you to know that they love you. And it's not about if you ground yourself, it's not about, try not to be sad about their transition, but actually be happy. This is why we give the dead offerings. We wish them well along their transitioning. And this is really applying to detachment. And I think that Hecate wanted me to give this message because she knows that I don't look at death the same way. That for myself, as someone that embraces, I don't even look at it as necromancy. Because when you read a book about someone that's died, that's necromancy. So really, it's an energy that they leave behind. And depending on how conscious that being was, that will allow how much push and pull, how much magic, or rather power, energy that they cultivated. That's how the Egyptians viewed it. And that's actually how we should view it as well, is celebrating death. Death is to be celebrated. So in that same way, give them love. As you know, your ancestors are with you, guiding you, empowering you, making connections for you. So is this lover, this being, this person that has transitioned. So you are overflowing with abundance right now. And some people might be even receiving a inheritance from someone that has passed, and this could even be a spiritual inheritance, such as when someone passes, this can awaken someone in a multitude of ways to better understand their own lineage, their own DNA, their own ancestry. So look into your ancestry, you might have a powerful cosmic lineage. There might be more to look at than what meets the eye. And as I said, that a butterfly just flew by. Okay, the moon. The moon. Okay, I've shuffled this deck actually a pretty good amount of times. This actually ties into my Hecate full moon reading, as well as the live reading I did today, networking, or connecting the cosmic lineage, and this pile will have a few from that reading as well, but interpreted differently. And as I'm saying that, so there's a fly. It's actually a pretty huge fly, and the energies of the fly is Beelzebub. So that's an energy that can help you to better understand necromancy, as well as the energies of death. And that is a being as well very close to the goddess Hecate. So right now, it is through this, if you have a loved one that passed, or rather, it's through this death that your ego and that aspect of themselves that you were will be put to rest, will be put to death, you could say. And as you die to that aspect of yourself, this is going to, within alchemy, there's always a dissolution process. So when someone passes and they were very close to you, that's what will trigger something within you, and why you have to feel this love, why you have to feel this compassion, why you have to feel and as well know who you are, and allowing things to expand and unfold as they naturally must. So this death is the detachment itself. As you go through the nothingness, you might, both of who I consider to be my parents passed away. So I had to go through the nothingness of realizing, oh, no one really knows anything. Yes, I have a mom, but I was raised more by my grandparents. And just only you have the answers in which you're looking for. And you must go within, even under this full moon that is overhead. So as you are traveling through the underworld and understanding even these sciences that you can commune with the dead. You are also probably someone that has been chosen to have this experience, because when these things happen, they can also awaken psychic abilities. And if you guys want to understand that further, I do have consultations and mediumship. I can help people to connect to the dead through psychic ability, and then as well the tarot, but mostly just channeling and mediumship. But you can learn this ability and you can understand it. I also do teach this on my Patreon. Thoth is as well a deity that can help you to understand the underworld. So it is being a moon god, moon deity as well, magic. Thoth can teach us a lot. He can teach us about magic, the occult. Really, he's like a friend that just teaches you art and just wants to teach you things and help you to understand things. I have a serious connection with Thoth, especially at the moment, for more teaching people and realizing truly what that is. And even being an intermediary, and then as well an infernal emissary. So helping people to better understand demons, and that demons aren't bad, and that they just, even when death happens in our life, it just triggers some form of shadow work. So as well, Anubis is with you, opening the portals to death. So knowing, especially with that love card, knowing that they had a good transition and knowing that death is a natural part of the human existence. So it's okay that people have that people die and that's natural and that's normal. And yes, it can be sad, but at the same time it's about being grounded and knowing what you need to do, knowing what you need to achieve. A lot of people, especially in America, in our culture, they don't understand death. We're not prepared for death. We've really thrown it out. This is why I embrace the ancient Egyptian ways, or Kemetic. That's a better word. Dogons, what's up? The Dogon ways. And this is more just knowing that death is a natural aspect of life and that we prepare for death and that this is a simulation. This is a game. Yes, death is real, but everyone chooses to have an experience. Someone chose to have the experience to be your parent. Someone chose to have the experience to be a lover, a friend. At some point we'll all go through this loss. And we can at least be prepared for it by being grounded and just understanding. Know that they're there because there's something that led you here, that guided you here. A lot of the dead are always knocking at my door, and let this be, if this highly resonates with people, I'll continue with this kind of series. But okay, so Anubis, so the dead are helping you to ascend as well. When someone passes, you can work with those energies. So it's about the scarab. You're going through a rebirth from detaching, as I talked about earlier. This is then what allows you to go through death and then reach the source. So even when someone has to leave a house at like 18, right? Or because of someone passing, or just in general, it's just the universe showing us that it's time to detach and walk our own path. There's a path, rather a destiny, that is most meant for us. And then Ace of Swords in reverse. So from this you're creating something. So whoever passed, there's symbolism, and I want to say that because as well this is the card for Azazel, and Azazel is when you meet him sometimes he'll just mimic you. He'll copy you, like he'll even look like you to show you that he is but an aspect of you. And in that same way, who did this person represent in your life? For me, it was my father. So I was aligning one second. I was aligning with an aspect that I have a spiritual father, a divine father, and this instance caused me to evolve at a more rapid pace, having to understand reality in a lot of ways that I wasn't prepared for yet. And I definitely respect this person, and I've definitely closed that chapter with that person, still connecting to the energies though. And it's about what we do once they have transitioned. So this, in that same way, even the sword being your intellect, the DNA, the way in which you are connected to them, you're receiving a sword, you're receiving something. And the dead can empower us as well as in many ways. And Azazel, as an emissary of Set or Satan, teaches us, as well, Set being Lord of the Dead, they teach us how to connect to the dead in different ways. Also, Anubis, helping us to connect with the dead, but this is as well a card of Azazel. So, in what way are you embracing your skill, your mastery? And then science in reverse, in what way are you embracing your mindset? You feel that this might have taken away a little bit of power, and it might have been an instance that okay, know that you are a powerfully gifted magic being, and you are now the star. So whatever you might have went through, maybe you went through a lot through this experience, it you gained something from it. You were connected to this person, and naturally the dead, your ancestors, want to empower you. They want you to know that they are there with you. And even your legion, your lineage being your legion. So with that, you guys, this is going to be the reading. Know your ancestors and those that have transitioned want you to know that you are the star. So that is going to be the reading. Know that this was, again, a collective message. So if you did want a personal reading with myself, that would be either everything would be down below in a sense. You can also DM me on Instagram. So with that, you guys have a beautiful day. My name is O'Shea, as well you can call me Atanu, and this is Occult Cat TV. Peace as well as namaste. For my soul respects yours. And